get started. Hey guys, welcome to the Work With Me Power Hour for Monday, May 11th. So thank you guys for popping on. I'm so proud of you, everyone that's in the Consistency Club, everyone that's working on goals this month, and I'm just really excited for the next 90 days. It's gonna be huge. So one of the biggest things that has been effective for, whoa, I just remembered my light. One of the biggest things that has been effective for me in my business has been initiating conversations, right? People aren't going to necessarily come to us by osmosis. Yes, that sometimes happens every now and again, but the biggest thing is, I feel like precursor to success in Plexus, I have my kids like have sticky fingers, has been waking up messages, going in and inviting people to an event, or following back up with them on a conversation that we had, going back through the team and finding out who is interested in trying the, is this hot water? No. Okay, you just have hot hands. Finding out who is game for trying the new active, right? So we're going to break this down into certain chunks, okay? So first we're going to do our 3 asks. And then we're going to do invites to the event on Thursday evening, which is an all about Plexus event. It's mainly health and product focused, and there'll be some prizes and, the normal thing. If any of you have not shared your health testimony live in a while, I am looking for 3 people to go live. So if that is something that you'd like to do, or it scares the heck out of you and you're like, whoa, I need to do that because it's so scary, I need to just go do it, let me know that you're game, and because I need 3. I need 3 different testimonies. So, and we're always looking for people in like different demographics. Not every person that shares should be a tired mom that's 28 years old. You know what I mean? So anyways, just saying, putting that out there. And then the last thing that we're going to work on is messaging through and talking to people about the active that's going to drop at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So really excited about that. Everyone got an email. My assistant sent that out first thing this morning. She had scheduled it, and I didn't even think to tell her to put in the title, drops at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. So if you have people messaging you like, I can't get on and order it, it's not actually active yet on the website. So just know that. All right, one of the quotes from Brooke Hemingway's Momentum Makers webinar, I've been listening to the different parts of that recording, and she said this: we have to get on our knees and pray, and then get on our feet and get to work. And so it is a two-pronged approach. We can't just pray and expect and sit back and be like, well, I prayed about it, and so if God wants us to grow, then he can bless it, and I'll just sit here and wait, right? We also have to take some personal responsibility for our business and go do something, right? There's responsibility on our end as well. So I'm going to pray for us, and then we will go ahead and get started. Heavenly Father, Lord, I just do want to thank you for this day. I thank you for a brand new week. I thank you for fresh mercies that are new every single day. I just do want to thank you for each person that popped on to work. I thank you for their willingness to try and to continue to swing the bat. I thank you, Lord, that even in our imperfectness, Lord, that you're able to grow things, to bless it, to just give us grace for the task at hand. I just thank you for the opportunity that we have with Plexus. I just commit it to you. I thank you for each one of our families that's represented here, our marriages and our children. I thank you for all the mothers, and we just honor them for Mother's Day from yesterday. We just thank you for them. I do want to commit the week to you. Pray you give us favor and grace with the work that needs to be done. I thank you for all the people that we're going to invite to our event on Thursday. I thank you for the new flavor, for active. I just pray that it would bless a lot of people, and that they would experience the health benefits from the anti-inflammatory properties that it has. I do want to just thank you, and for each person and their heart's desire to serve you and to honor others and to let them know what's been a blessing to them. We just commit our reach outs to you. Pray you give us favor. Pray you bless the work of our hands and magnify the hours in our day that we'd be able to get through the messages that we want to send out. We thank you for all these things. We commit them to you in the name of the Lord Jesus. Amen. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to do our 3 asks. And I'm actually going to, let's see, I'm going to go ahead and put some verbiage in the comments that you guys can check out. I actually was sitting here typing up some verbiage so that you guys have something to send. All right, so 3 asks. Okay, well, I'm gonna show you really quickly. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I need to do my 3 asks, but who am I asking? And so I just wanted to remind you that if you do not know who to message, by default, you have at least 2, actually 3 avenues very quickly at your disposal. You could sit and snag them really fast, okay? I did this literally right before I popped on. So I went to my Instagram story, and there was 1 left that hadn't expired, and I counted 14 people that I either haven't talked to about Plexus, or I have, or they started at one point. They're just people I want to message. I'm actually going to invite them through the, to the event. It's not a 3-day challenge. It's a 3-day challenge that has been condensed into 1 hour on Thursday evening. So that's what I'm going to invite those people to. If you would rather do more of a generic ask, you can, but I think I'm going to just go ahead and invite my people to that event on Thursday, as long as it's organic to the conversation. I feel like for new invites, it takes the pressure off to just go ahead and invite to something. So if you don't know who to message, go to your stories and look through and see who is not a Plexus person, or someone you have never messaged before about Plexus, but they're obviously following what you're sharing. Okay, you can do the same for Facebook posts or Instagram posts as well. Another thing that I did is I got out my downloaded Facebook friends list. Boom, I have a little marker right here. And I just went through and circled people that I'm like, oh, I haven't talked to them in a while, or I don't think I've ever chatted with them about Plexus. So I'm going to talk to them as well. So I have a massive list of people to reach out to about this event on Thursday. And that can be your 3 asks for the day, right? So I'm going to go ahead and pop some message examples in the comments so you guys can utilize those. Obviously, tweak them to make them yours. I tweaked them from Tamara and Brooks. I pulled from different resources, but you message what feels organic to you, and maybe per conversations that you've had with the person, because you always want to be genuine and connect with them, right? Melody's having an event this evening. Do I invite to that, or the event on Thursday? Yeah, invite to the meeting closest to today. So if there's one going on tonight, yeah, I would invite them to that one. So
Amy, did you share the details about your event Thursday night? And I hopped on late and missed it.
Oh yeah, It's What About Plexus. It's basically our 3-day basic Plexus event condensed into 1 hour on Thursday evening. So I'm trying that format, but just because I have trouble actually staying plugged in for 3 days to something. And so I'm gonna see how that works. I know Ryan Evans says she doesn't ever do multiple day events because they lose people. And so I'm like, well, let's try it. Let's try it this month and see how it works. So that's the format of that. It'll be basic information and product information. Testimonies and product information. And I am going to have 3 people go live and share their stories. So I did put out a little FYI if anyone hasn't shared their story in a while and would like to, or they're scared to death to, then that's a sure sign that they need to do it. So I also wanted to say, in light of these random invites, who are you scared to ask about Plexus? Is there anyone that pops in your mind when you're prompted with that? There's someone that told me, oh, it was a while ago, that she still has her dream team list, but it's her chicken list, but she's still too scared to reach out to them. And so I'm like, you need to reach out to them. Might be why you're stuck in your business. So if that's something you're avoiding, write those names down and send them a message right now. Those can be your 3 asks, your 3 scary things for the day. All right, so if it's, okay, so I actually broke these invites down into kind of into different sections, because sometimes people fall into different demographics. I'm not gonna send the same message to every single person all the time, right? That sounds cheesy. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so here's some examples. Random invite. Morning, hey, I wanted to reach out to you today. because I'm having a little informational event about Plexus. It'll be some basic info. Oh, what did I say? I'm having a little online informational event about Plexus. It'll be some basic info about the products and some testimonials plus prizes. Hey, you may win one. Anyway, I'm not sure if this interests you or not, but I was curious if you'd be game for popping on and giving me your honest feedback. Would you be available Thursday at 7 p.m. to check it out? You see how clear I am? I'm like really focused and pinpointing on what I'm asking. And I'm asking specifically, point blank, would you be available on Thursday? Okay, and then there's some other examples. Like if you've already chatted with them about Plexus, then like what I'm going to be sending out is, hey, morning, I'm super excited about this All About Plexus event I'm hosting on Thursday evening at 7. It'll be some basic information about the products and some testimonials plus prizes. Mind if I send over an invite so you can check it out? Most people say yes to that kind of stuff. Okay, so I'll go ahead and copy and paste this into the chat. That way you guys can copy and paste it as well. I'll go ahead and mute for 5 minutes and send some messages. So you can go ahead and copy and paste those really quick and save them to the notes in your phone if you don't already have them. Hey guys, if you have any questions, feel free to pop back on or put them in the chat and I can field those questions. If you're getting messages back and they're like, sure, you can send an, send an invite, whatever. I just go to the group. It's the One Team Challenge event. That's where that's going to be hosted. And I literally send the link to the group. And then once they request it, then I can approve them. But if any yeses that you get, you want to make sure that you have like a yes list. That way you can follow back up with them on Thursday before the event. But anyways, we'll go ahead and mute and work for another 5-10 minutes and just work on these asks/invites to this event or whatever event you're inviting to. What I should say is I'm still inviting people that are not currently on my team. I'm going to talk to these people first, and then probably the new ambassadors that I signed up last month and new customers, I will message them and just send them the link directly. I don't ask permission. I send the link and say, hey, pop on this. This is happening on Thursday. Did you see the new product that's getting ready to drop? So if you're doing any of those reach outs yet, I would encourage you to continue to send out potential invites to potential still. But if some of you are already working on, sending invites to the new people you signed last month, I would make sure that you send them the link directly and then just say, hey, did you see the new product or the new flavor that's going to drop at 11? So that you spark conversation, and anyone new needs to be funneled into an event ASAP. Hey, I will post that on the team page, and then I'll also throw it in the chat threads. But if you type in one team challenge event, it'll pop up in your, like if you just search it on Facebook. And then I just go in and copy the link. So yeah, I will throw that on there. Okay. I'm gonna have to cut it because I'm not always very wonderful at this, where I just send. And I'm like, I'm not to the bottom of my list yet, but I'm gonna consciously decide to stop on messaging potentials. Okay, I'll get to that list later. I'm just gonna make a note. The rest of the people I need to contact. And now I'm gonna switch over to inviting my new ambassadors and new customers to this event on Thursday, and also mentioning the new active as well. So do you guys have a list in your, did you guys fill out your list in your journal? I love this because it keeps my brain from getting fried. So all of my new ambassadors from April, and so far in May, we've signed 3 so far. So, and we signed 6 in April. So yeah, I have some people I need to reach out to, and I'm just going to use a similar, message, just something like, hey, morning, Sue, I just, wanted to touch base. Well, I've already been chatting with her. She calls me like every time she has a question. Maybe not Sue. I'll still message her, but maybe Amanda. Hey, Amanda, just checking to make sure your products arrived. Just curious if you have any questions for me about getting started. Hey, here's the link for the event that we have on Thursday. And so I'll probably send that. And then underneath it, I'll say, hey, did you see the new flavor for Active? Super excited about that. So I'm going to send that. I might even send a graphic of the new Active or a picture of me holding it. So I always feel like if you can add some emojis and some graphics, it makes it more interesting for people. But I definitely do send the link directly to new people. I mean, to my personally sponsored people. Brianna, I'm approving Angie Grindle. She just requested to be in the group. So I approved her, and you can go ahead and tag her on the welcome post if you want. Another thing to do is go through the members list on this event group, because you may have added people and forgot about them. And so go back through and check in on them and just say, hey, but I know you're already in that event group for one team, but I just wanted to let you know that there's going to be another event in there on Thursday night, and I thought you might like to tune in and check it out. But one thing I would do with those people, I always say point blank, but I would just like really boldly message them and say, hey, where are you at with Plexus? Are you game for getting started? So I always try to close people. I don't wait and just push off till an event happens. If it's someone that you've been bantering back and forth for ages, try to get them signed. Because they can be in the event and getting started on their products as well. Hi, good morning. Did you have a good sleep? Yeah. Jody, I'm approving Rendy Ray. She just requested to join that group also. You can let her know she's approved. You can add it, or you can tag her. So one girl that I just signed up, I sent her the link to the challenge event first. I sent that first, and then I put my little message underneath. Hey, morning, Brittany. Keep me posted when your products arrive. Like we just ordered her set on Friday. Here's a fun event I'm hosting on Thursday. Have you thought of anyone who may want to get started with you? Having a couple of accountability partners increases success on the products. So do not be afraid to ask those questions. Okay, but you know who those people are that or be organic to say that. My girl Co, I used to babysit her. I'm I'm going to message her maybe something a little bit different just to kind of get a response out of her. I haven't chatted with her yet to know even if her products arrived. So, anyways, hopefully, yeah, as the course of the conversation rolls, then we can chat more about, hey, maybe you have some friends that'd like to do this with you. But she also ordered the health and beauty products, so that sometimes makes a difference too. But I do want her in this event on Thursday because she might find out, hey, there's some other things I want to try too. Okay, so I just got these all sent out to my people. So I just said, I sent the link, and actually you can just forward that link. You can push the forward button and send to all your new people. And then I just sent a little message. Morning, Lori, have you started your products yet? Here's the link, boop, boop, to a fun little event I'm hosting on Thursday. There will be great info, testimonials, and prizes. Hope you had a wonderful Mother's Day. Flower emoji, Meg. So that's what I send. I don't know if it's helpful to hear my exact messages, but we're going to go ahead and transition over to our people that need to hear about Active, this new flavor of Active. So this is a great potential point collector for your team this month. Some of you are working on rank ups, some of you are working on certain point goals, and some of you are working on re-ranks. And so it would behoove us to not message those people, right? We need to get those people contacted to let them know what's available. And so I'm gonna go ahead and screen share some message examples just so you can see. I typed these out this morning and I kind of tweaked them a little bit. Can you guys see this? Okay, here we go. So about the new product drop. Just know that we did send out an email to all of our level 1 customers and then to the entire downline about this new Active drop and the new flavor. And I totally forgot to mention to Amanda that it doesn't go live until 11. So if you have people asking you like, hey, why can't I order it? That's why it doesn't go live until later on this morning. And then they can go and snag it. And then it is kind of fun because if you order 3 bags, you get one of those fun product bottles. So if you, or I mean, not product bottles, you get a water bottle, sorry. If you guys also really want that, make sure you pop on right away. It is expected to sell out in 1 day. That's what they're saying. So I have no idea. That's kind of cool though. So here are some examples. Let me see if I can move this. So for chronic 0 to 99 PBers. Hey Sarah, I'm super excited that Plex is releasing a new flavor for their current plant-based clean energy drink, and it is so delish. It's called Starfruit Guava, and it legit tastes like Hawaii in a bottle. I love to mix it with my pink drink for a midday pick-me-up. The ingredient lineup is fab and helps with adrenals. It doesn't make me feel jittery or leave me crashing either. I wanted to make sure you know it's going live today around 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. It is a limited edition and is expected to sell out. If you want a bag or 3 to get the cute water bottle, make sure to get it, I guess I should say today. Today, or if you'd rather have me do it for you, which you can offer that to people, I can do that too. Just let me know. Hope you're well and happy Monday. Okay, so these other examples are very similar. So I did reference Justin and how he drinks it as a pre-workout. And then I did say, if you don't need to order anything else, let me know and I can have it shipped straight to you, and you can just PayPal me. Okay, and then you can do the same thing for a potential. If they only want the Active, then they can get it at our price, right? And we can ship it directly to them and they can PayPal us. But just know that you definitely want to be not just signing up someone for 1 bag of Active. If they're currently on your team and you're either needing to get them with a combo of products that they, if they're saying, hey, you know what, I need to restart actually like the entire triplex, boom, there you go. They need to order from their own back office because they'll hit their 100 PB and they'll get commission off of that and stuff. So that's one option, but you don't want people just partially commission qualified. So at the very worst, you want to just order it from yourself and ship it directly to them. So I will go ahead and put those examples in our chat. And I was actually going to screen share really quickly and show you guys just to make sure that everyone's on the same page with this. But when you are in your back office, let me show you really fast. There's a way actually to sort your back office so that you're getting only your level 1s. Okay, so if you're in your, let's see, you go under my business and then under points and rank up and then boom, hit level and it'll sort it by your level 1s. And this is really important because you want to be looking at the PB column, okay? And those are people, potentials, potential points, right? Potential restarts, potential, try a new product this month. A lot of people don't have their normal orders in yet, of course, but oh man, Brandy, she went and ordered, she got to 95 PV. So anyways, but if she goes ahead and orders the new flavor of Active, she will go ahead and get bumped to over 100 PV, which is my goal. Same with Danita. I'm going to get all of those people messaged, and I'm actually going to message the partial PV people first, and then work on the 0 PV people. And then I'm also going to message through my customer list. So you can actually, one thing that may be helpful also is to go back a month. So you can actually click it back to April. And that's probably a better representation of who you actually need to message. Okay, sorted by level 1s already. So then you can just take a peek at who ordered last month, but Paige only ordered 23 PV worth, right? So I'm going to try this month to see if I can get her, commission qualify, get her up to 100 PV, or at the very minimum, get her to try the new Active, and I'll just send her a bag and she can PayPal me. So, and that benefits our your PV also. So it's a win either way, but you want to be thinking smart in terms of business. Like, you don't want someone just to order a bag of Active in their back office and not be commission qualified. You would be better off going ahead and ordering it and bumping up your PV.
Hey, Megan, quick question. Can you repeat, how did you say you were going to, I just saw the message that you posted. I didn't think it was in there though. When you said, if you're, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want it to seem impersonal if I say, oh, if you're just going to order one bag, how did you say it? Or is that?
Oh yeah, here. It says, it doesn't make me jittery or leave me crashing. I want to make sure you know it's going live this morning. It is a limited edition and will sell out. If you want a bag or 3 to get the cute water bottle and don't need anything else, I could have it ordered and just shipped straight to you.
Okay,
I missed that part. Me. I don't know. I guess that's up to you if you want to use that verbiage, because probably what I'm planning to do is anyone that messages me back, like, hey, actually, I do want to try that, I will try to get on the phone with them. I mean, especially if there's someone that just like hasn't ordered in a long time. And my goal for them would be actually to get them on a combo of things.
Right. Okay, yeah. I see where you said.
If you're not needing anything else.
Yeah, something of that nature, thanks.
But there are those people that will legit just order one thing just to try something. Same with a potential, snagging it at my price. That's another thing too, where that would take some conversation, where I would probably say, hey, what other health goals do you have? Like, for a potential, because my goal would be to sign them up as an ambassador with a combo of products. And they would have to probably just add the new Active on top of whatever welcome pack they get, which I would probably just say, hey, if you order, go ahead and order the triplex combo. I'll rebate you the price for the new Active, so you can give that a try also. So be creative in your wording. I think what did I do? I think I put like one of these messages I put. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, I think it was one in one of the invites to an event where I said, no, I can't even find where I put it. This one. Hey, I'd love it if you pop on and give me your honest feedback. Hey, you may win a prize. And then I put in parentheses, I'm sending free samples to anyone who hops on live and interacts. So that's another thing you can do, is incentivize people to even get on one of your events by saying, hey, I'll send you a free sample if you pop on live. They can't just be like, 2-3 days later, oh, I checked it out. They have to be on live. So that is an option also. And then just a simple message that you can send out to your current customers and ambassadors is, morning, hey, have you heard about the new product? It's not new product, the new flavor of Active, or new flavor being released today at 11. Or you could disguise it a little bit just to, encourage conversation, where you say, hey, did you see the limited edition that's dropping today, this morning, later? Can't wait. And then sometimes I'm just like trying to get a response. You know, those people that like never message you back. That's what I would send them. It's super short, super simple. Boom. Kristen, you don't have any partial PV people from last month? I clicked back my back office to April and then sorted it so that I could check out and see who my usual partial PV people are. If I didn't have any partial PVers, then yeah, I would message everyone. And you can even reference, you can be like, hey, I know there was an email that went out first thing this morning about the limited edition new active flavor. Did you happen to see that? Did you happen to catch that? And you can even text people that are not your level ones because you have their phone numbers in there too, so you could text them. And that's what Brooke Cumming was really talking about is tap rooting. It's not limited. Your team is not just limited to the people you've personally signed, but it's every single person. And so if your team is small enough where you can do that in message, or even like just say, you know what, I'm going to go through and message my brandy new level twos that my level one signed last month and let them know, say, hey, did you see that? You know what I mean? So especially if you know someone is not talking with their people or you're curious if they are. Well, that's good that you only had one with partial PV. That's good. Okay. We'll go ahead and mute. We'll stay on for another 5-10 minutes. That way also, if you guys want to snag some of that verbiage, you can, and then finish up later. Hey, okay. So if you guys need to go ahead and pop off, totally fine. I'm going to keep working because I have 1 more hour until I have to do school with my kids. But I am definitely going to be working through my partial PV people, my zero PV people, and making sure all customers know. I mean, they did get an email, but I like to message in layers. So I'm not just expecting that people are going to see that email. Usually about 25 to 40% even open that email. And so it is important, in my opinion, to send out the text or to send out the other message to make sure they got it. Do you think that texting is better than Facebook Message or both? Either or. I sometimes feel like texting gets a quicker response back, but I use both of them. So you could Facebook Message now. I mean, the benefit to Facebook Message is that it does show if it's been read or not. And also Facebook Message, I feel like is easier to respond back to because there's, it's like highlighted. I struggle with even remembering to respond to texts, even if I've read them, because they don't highlight for me. I don't know, maybe it's a setting that's on my phone or something. But I like Messenger because of that. But I do text people, and especially if I am not friends with them on Facebook, like either if they're only Instagram people or they're in downline and I'm just not Facebook friends with them, connected their texting is fabulous. Alrighty, guys, thanks so much for popping on. We're really excited for this week. We're going to be putting a lot of training into the Consistency Club group of things that we're learning. Amy is co-hosting with me, and we're going to be talking about and training on topics that we're learning from the Momentum webinar and the information that Brooke is sharing. Wednesday, I think we've decided that that's going to actually be a Zoom training. So it's not going to be Q&A live on that page like we did last week, where I gotta edit that post and grab a Zoom link for that. But so just FYI, we're going to be training specifically on those rank up worksheets and how to utilize those, as well as Brooke's part 2 of her training, which was get to work, which we're doing right now. I'm going to host another, pop-up Work With Me Power Hour on Thursday morning as well. So we'll send out more messages. And I feel like a lot of times if you host an event that like you're sending messages out the same day that you're hosting an event, I feel like the response rate is pretty good because people are like, oh yeah, it's tonight. So there is benefit to like the immediacy of things. Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad that we got through that. I try to be really strategic and systematic with my reach outs and messages because sometimes you can get squirrel brain. I was like, oh my word, like who do I message? Like I need to message, people, I need to invite people to events. I need to talk to them about the active. I need to follow up with people, and so I just kind of compartmentalize and just say, okay, right now for 15 minutes, I'm just going to send invites. Right now, for the next, hour, I'm going to do people that are partial PV people in my back office that I want to get started on the active, because there's different angles to take, right? We want to get new people started. We want to follow up with the fence sitters. We want to initiate conversations with people we've never chatted with before. And then obviously there's huge potential in the back office, especially if you've been working Plexus for any length of time, because people do not stay committed. And people restart. And so just have that mindset that people do restart, and a lot of people will come out of the woodwork if there's a new thing to try. So my goal is always to get them started on a combo of things. And it's a win when they are willing to try something new too, because there's life outside the triplex, So, okay, you guys have a happy Monday. I'm so glad you popped on, and we'll see you again later on this week. Bye, guys.